Let's talk a little bit about Lenovo. We've got a couple of quicker hits here, which is good because we've had a couple of really long ones.
Hey, why do you apologize, man? It's either good content or it's not. People can tune in, they can tune out.
I look back and I say, why didn't we call it the 620? Because we clearly have no ability to talk about anything in 5 minutes. Like, this is a quick one. 15 minutes later, we're still rapping about it. So Lenovo had a big debut of a huge expansion of its server line. Refreshed 50 servers, storage arrays, edge, cloud products, all at one time. Now, I think this was about 10 days ago. They announced new Think systems, Think Agile, Think Edge servers with storage. And they did it, by the way, Pat, interestingly enough, using all three Intel, AMD, and ARM processors. And they even did some integrated offerings with NVIDIA enterprise software baked in as well. Pat, Lenovo, you and I have worked quite a bit with their leadership team, with the likes of Kirk Skaugen here in the U.S., who basically leads this business and expand. And the company just keeps doing things that are really interesting, getting it right, winning business, and by the way, doing it in a very humble way, where you just look at the numbers every quarter and you just keep seeing them grow. They keep gaining market share. And they're doing so, by the way, building all this hardware technology that's going to be very successful in enterprise, but concurrently doing really good with partnerships and doing really good with building out as a service. So we talk a lot about like GreenLake from HPE. We talk a lot of, about some of the other consumption services. Lenovo's doing that too. So they're basically, targeting offerings, they're building new hardware, they're connecting it to their TruScale management and infrastructure as a service offerings. And then they're even going down to the converged path, building open ecosystem products that work with the likes of Nutanix, VMware, and Microsoft. So, I guess overall, Pat, huge add of lineup, very thoughtful, I think, utilization of different core processing capability so that it can basically meet all customers where they are. And that's something I've said for a while about Lenovo, is I feel like they've really taken this somewhat agnostic approach, that they're going to have a flavor for everyone. They've done that well. And like I said, they've done really well with partnerships. They're doing well with as a service. And this launch really adds to their portfolio. It should be something that enterprises, its current customers and new customers, are going to be very positive about.
Yeah, when Lenovo bought IBM server business, they lost market share and they lost a ton of money. And you were wondering, wow, what's going to happen to this? By the way, at the same time, Motorola was losing a ton of money as well. To the company's credit, they've completely turned around both of these businesses. And whether it's in servers, where the company is outpacing the industry at over 2x, or in storage, where it's outpacing the industry at 3x. And by the way, the company or the division is now profitable under Kirk Skaugen's leadership. So this was the most infrastructure products I've ever seen announced in a long time. I mean, what a machine. I think this was 3x more products than they had ever announced since they have been the division. So hats off to them. And, one of my very valued analysts, Matt Kimball, is about to publish a piece. It's going to be published in the next couple hours, where he called xClarity One, which is their manageability program, a hidden gem. And for him to say that means a lot. I mean, Matt's a very mild-mannered, doesn't give compliments away, but he was really impressed at how far xClarity One had come out, and that essentially gives, its management as a service, its deployment automation, and its, much more intelligent support. His big ask is that it, the company called it open, but they didn't really give details on how necessarily it was open. But I'm sure we'll hear a lot more as we go through. So, hats off to the Lenovo team for absolutely crushing it with the amount of announcements they made, and also the progress that they've made over the past couple years under Skaugen's leadership.